Hi, we're back again with your favorite Kenyan actor, and here with us today is a familiar face. He's known as Wilfred Maina Olwenya, and I'm Jerry Githai. Let's just get to hear more. To you, Wilfred. Most of us have seen you on screen, either in the Mali production or the Nairobi Half-Life production. So just briefly talk to us about the two productions.
First of all, thanks so much for having me here. I'm honored. Mali is an Allison production. It's quite different from my usual thing because it's a comical character that I'm playing. The guy is called Kaka. He's a waiter. He's a hustler. That's how I would put it. A guy who makes a living out of, tips and all that. And in Nairobi Half-Life, I played a guy called Oti, who is a streetwise gangster, who also has some humor in him. And it's all about drama and thriller just put together to combine everything to make the film Nairobi Half-Life.
Okay. Yeah. And I've watched most of your production, other than just Mali. You play the role of a bad guy. Why what makes them really cast you for such a part?
Number one, I think I look bad. I would go. I think it's just coincidence that I do that because I come from a background of comedy. All along I've been doing stage plays, just comedy. And then my first role as a villain was Nairobi Half-Life. And I saw the script and thought, okay, this is a drama, this is a thriller, it's action-packed, but I can do it. I always say it's like a goalkeeper would be better placed as a striker, and a striker the same. Yeah, I would say so. I just think it's that.
Okay, and how different is it? Because you've done both stage plays and also screen. So how different are the two?
They are quite different. First of all, screen it gets boring because you're doing the same thing, maybe even almost the 10th take. It gets boring repeating the same thing, and then you don't get the immediate feed as compared to stage because you're on screen, nobody is allowed to laugh on set. Okay. But on stage, you'd crack a joke and people laugh, you get the immediate feed. And then stage is easier in the sense that, because you have room for enough takes, then you can always perfect whatever you're doing. Oh. But for stage, it's just one take, and it has to be the best. So you need to have more time with your preparation so that you can be good.
Okay, you've talked of preparations. Most of us would ask, what does it entail to be a good actor, actress?
Wow, it takes a lot. It takes a lot. So many actors, they tend to think that, just because you do have the passion or you acted in high school or you are the joker of your gang of friends, then you can easily pass for a good actor. And I would say it's totally wrong. And number one, what you need to understand is that you need to have skills, not just the potential. In Kenya, unfortunately, we don't have an acting academy, so you have to go out of your way, go to the internet, dig deeper, understand more, what are the latest methods of acting, what are the do's and don'ts, and then practice more. That's the only way that you can save yourself. And also, if one audience member decides or says that, that guy is not acting good, I can do that better than him, yes, then definitely you're not a good actor. An actor is somebody you have to portray something that even the audience cannot think of doing that. The only reaction that they can give is, oh my, how did he do that? Or he's seen you in this production, another production, and he or she can never understand you because you're totally different. That's a good actor. Exactly.
Yes. Okay, and also maybe engaging the crowd.
Of course, you have to be engaging. On screen, you have to pull the audience, yes, but on stage, you reach out to the audience.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and you've talked about passion, and it just triggered something, because most of the actors I've heard they say that it's all about passion. And really, I want to believe that. But truly, Wilfred, just tell us, is acting about being in the entertainment industry about passion, or truly, deep down in your heart, is it about money, fame? You know, you want to make it big. You want people to flip those magazines and see, you know, a Wilfred there.
Well, I would just say it's like the X and Y theory of, you know, working and motivation. Some people work because they want to get money. After they get money, then you get the Y people who want power.
Yes.
You know, you have money, you operate, you know, without cash at hand. So all you want to do is just command people. You want now the power, the fame, and everything, the glory that comes with, you know, being famous and money. I wouldn't just say it's passion. No. Then why are people complaining that
They're not being
being paid well?
Yes.
It's not just about the passion. It's, if we have to treat acting as a career, then we have to treat it as like any other career. You work because you want to get money. You want to
Yes.
get food on the table.
Yes.
But then again, you need to love the job.
Okay.
So the people who love the job, if you love the job and it's working for you, then you might pass by saying you're passionate about your work.
So
Yeah.
when it comes to you, is it about passion? And first of all, before we even get into that, is acting a full-time job for you, or it's something that you just take as a by the way?
It's my full-time activity. It's my career. That's what I majorly do. But then again, when I get broke, I usually do voiceovers here and there.
Yes.
And also, I work as a creative. You know, for right now, I'm currently working with Churchill Live. I'm doing creative for them.
Oh, great.
Thank you. So it's still in the same line of creating and performance and entertainment. But my number one passion,
Passion.
my number one
It's in-
passion
Okay.
is in acting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's about passion for you. So it's not money, it's not fame.
I started off with passion, and my passion made me realize that I have the ability. I just don't have the passion. I do have the ability, and from this ability, I can make a living out of it. So one, I always say I can accept a producer to use me, but not misuse me. Okay, I can
Okay.
work on a project that has no money. I would rather work for free other than work for peanuts. That's all I say.
Okay, and you've mentioned producers. I really want to understand, how is our content in terms of quality production? Do you really think that Kenyans, the production that we have has content, quality content, things that actually educate people? How is our content like?
Well, it's entertainment. We don't have basically, to go out and educate people. We might as well just decide to entertain people. Let's just make fun and, give people a daily dose of laughter each and every day. But then again, producers are businessmen or businesswomen. They're just here for the business. Whenever if you watch pilots, people who've created especially the first 3 episodes of any TV production, they are the best things you'd ever see. And you can even foresee a certain production and say this one is going to be the game changer. But now, after the 4th episode, the content changes. It's
Yes.
no longer about the quality. It's rather about cheap labor. So that's where the content disappears. But do we have the ability of having the best content? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We can do it. But now the greedy aspect comes in.
Okay, and what about the policies in place in the entertainment industry? Could you maybe comment on that?
Hey. This is, I don't want to, state it the cliche way of, where people say this is Kenya, where everything is possible, and when I say everything is possible, I mean everything can go wrong. But the policies that we are operating under are very discouraging for an international filmmaker to come into Kenya and even make just one scene in for an entire production. It's very difficult. It's easier to fly people from Europe to SA, get them their working permits, get them everything that they require to work there, to import labor. It's easier. But in Kenya, it's more expensive. So you can imagine in a situation whereby we do have, we need technical, assistance from outside. I'm not quite sure, but I remember there was a time whereby we were allowed to import equipment, filming equipment, but it's not the case. Just import a camera and you'll see what will happen. The KRA guys, the Ports Authority, they're there. They have to tax you and all that. It's quite challenging. So it's been left for the able people, I would say the rich people, to produce film. So our policies are just upside down, totally upside down. To shoot in a street in town, especially music videos, that's why you see so many young guys who want to use the streets of Nairobi to shoot anything. They usually go there on Sundays, simply because the city councils are not, they're off duty.
Yes.
Exactly. Why don't we make our country a hub, a film hub, whereby right now I want to shoot maybe a scene where I have cars on Thika Road, I want to use a chopper. Make it easier for me because, one, we are portraying our country as a very developed country. So when somebody sees an abstract scene, a long shot, an aerial view of Thika Road, cars crisscrossing the roads, it's a beautiful thing. But now when it comes to the money that you have to pay to just get that single shot, it's very discouraging.
Okay.
Very discouraging.
Okay, and you've talked about that, but my question is, could we be the ones who have missed, getting money from outside to sponsor good production, quality production? Because as you said, the challenge is all about money. It's left for the rich to do a good quality production. But in most cases, we have researched and talked to different producers, directors and actors and actresses. They say that the money is there, but we misuse. You're given a whole chunk, but later you wonder what really happened. Why don't we have that good quality job, yet we are told the money was given?
It's just lately, I think 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, Bitangen Demo said that there is a certain fund, a film fund that is going to be put in place to promote local content. I'm yet to see it, and I'm yet to see how it's going to be executed. But in other developed countries like Germany, what they do, you apply for a fund, a film fund, and in this content, they are, the kind of policies and criteria that you have to get the funds. One of them is that you have to promote, it has to be a German story. Talk about the Nazis and all that, but it has to be something that promotes the German population. It has to be the same thing that happens here. We don't have the funds, that is one. Number two, I think the Kenyan perspective of film is not that of a paying career of something which is viable, something that we can make much out of it. It's not. And then thirdly, yes, there are certain institutions from outside which come in here to fund certain productions. But as I said earlier, the producers are here to make money.
So it's about being selfish. It's corruption.
Of course.
And it's okay.
Of course. It's not okay.
Okay.
It's not okay. That's why we are having a revolution. And that is going to come in handy when we have the digital migration, because if your people are not watching your content, then off you go. The sponsors, commercials, you're not going to get anything from that. So that's why we are just eager, anxiously waiting for the digital migration.
Great, interesting. I'll just get to hear more about that. We are taking a short break and we'll be right back with Wilfred Maina Olwenya and just get to hear about what he has to say next.